Hi everyone! Today I want to tackle a topic that might be difficult for a lot of people, and it's our relationship with food. Many of us have poor relations with food due to past dietary history, restricted eating, overeating, or using food as a coping mechanism. I want to talk about the topic of intuitive eating, which essentially is giving yourself permission to listen to your internal cues of hunger and fullness and moving away from external cues like food rules and restrictions. Before we dive too deep, I want you to take a second and think about your own relationship with food. I'm going to go through a series of questions now, and you can ask yourself if you agree or disagree with each statement. Feel free to pause after each question to really take time to reflect on the statement. I try to avoid certain foods high in fat, carbohydrates, or calories. I find myself eating when I'm feeling emotional, even when I'm not physically hungry. If I am craving a certain food, I allow myself to have it. I get mad at myself for eating something unhealthy. I trust my body to tell me when to eat. I trust my body to tell me what to eat. I trust my body to tell me how much to eat. I have forbidden foods that I don't allow myself to eat. We're all born as natural intuitive eaters. Babies cry when they're hungry, eat until they're full, and then they don't eat again until they're hungry. Now, in times of growth or extreme activity, they might be more hungry, and on days when they're not, they might be resistant to eating full meals. But as we get older, we get exposed to different ideas that can mess around with our natural ability to respond to our hunger and fullness cues. So things like having to finish off our plate, eating lunch at noon, or that we deserve a pint of ice cream or a glass of wine after a rough day. These food rules, coupled with our social norms and diet culture, example, intermittent fasting, keto, not eating past 7 p.m., white bread is the devil, etc., can really compromise our ability to let our bodies naturally do what they do. Mindful eating is an important component of intuitive eating because when we can respond to our bodies' natural satiety and hunger cues, we can learn when to eat, what to eat, and how much to eat. You might be wondering, what is the point of eating intuitively? Intuitive eating is associated with improved self-esteem and body image, as well as lower rates of emotional and disordered eating. Physical benefits include lower body mass index and improved blood cholesterol levels. Though intuitive eating is not meant to be used as a weight loss tool, it may help you achieve your body's natural set point. Here are 6 tips to help you relearn how to eat intuitively. Firstly, reject the diet mentality. Restricted diets do not work. People may lose weight in the short term, but they are more likely to gain it back after they return to their old eating habits. Secondly, honor your hunger. Your body needs to know it has access to food. When you ignore your hunger cues, this may lead to intense cravings, which could then lead to binges. Thirdly, make peace with food. Give yourself unconditional permission to eat food. Remember, food is not good or bad. Fourthly, challenge the food police. Eating a burger doesn't make you a bad person, and eating a salad doesn't make you a good person. Next, cope with your emotions without food. Though food can bring you comfort on a bad day, don't make that your primary coping mechanism. Lastly, embrace the idea of gentle nutrition. It's not about eating perfectly every single day. Be aware of how foods make you feel, and remember that healthy eating or living a healthy lifestyle is not an all or nothing. We just scratched the surface on this topic, so if you're interested in learning more, I highly recommend this book, Intuitive Eating by Evelyn and Elise. Thanks for tuning in. My hope is that each of you can become healthy, confident eaters, ones that can listen and be in tune with their bodies. Until next time, relish every bite.